Hello everybody. Hello. Oh, a bit creaky there. Don't know why that is. Hello. Happy Monday. Moody Monday pick me up video here with Queen Pip cards. I'm Pip and I'm doing my Moody Monday quick Queen Pip cards live video. So let us see where we are. How is everybody doing? I'm just waiting for a few people to pop on. Make sure that you're on and you can see me. Looks like you can, so that's good. Okay, so last week we did butterflies and we did something else, I can't remember. We talked about butterflies. So we talked about butterflies. I'm trying desperately now to find the cards because I thought I had them here and I haven't. Where are they? Where have they gone? There they are. Oh. Hello, morning, afternoon, Julie. Hello, nice to see you. Oh yes, we did. So last week we did the dragonfly butterfly cardathon or card off or whatever, right? So this is what we did last week. Hi Lisa. Hi Alison. Oh good, you're all coming on. Lisa Jane's on. Hello. I can see Ange there. Hi. Good. Okay. So remember last week we did this. And we did these 3 cards with dragonflies. Lovely, very pretty. And then we did 2 cards with this, but we only had the dies, if you remember rightly, because the stamp set hadn't arrived yet. Well, guess what? Now the stamp set has arrived. Okay, so I now have the stamp set. So we're going to be playing with this little beauty a bit today. Okay, but it's coming up to Easter, and I picked these up in a shop recently, and I thought, oh, chickens. Now, where do we have chickens? We have chickens in the chicken set. So I've also got somewhere here, wherever it's gone, my chickens. So we've got Hey Birthday Chicken. Oh look, I've put them back in here. Why did I do that? So we've got Hey Birthday Chick. Yeah, this one. Okay, with a set of dies. And we've got Hey Chick. There we go. Oh, there's so much I need to talk to you about because I need to get this one out as well. Oh. Let's just get all of the things out and we can talk about it. Hello, afternoon Jane, afternoon Sue. Right, sorry about that. Okay, so we've got Hey Chick and we've got Hey Birthday Chick. And I did a little bit of a poll for my next month's bundle focus. Oh, your butterflies have just come. Yay! And I said, do you want to have butterflies or do you want to have Hey Birthday Chick? And it's about neck and neck, to be fair. But I do have some people who've already booked into the class and they're definitely on the chicken side of things. So I'm going to tell you today it's going to be chickens, okay? So we're going to play with chickens a little bit. We'll play with butterflies a little bit, but it's going to be chickens for bundle. So this is the bundle that you can get if you purchase, if you come to the bundle class next month, okay? I'm going to show you some of the cards that I've made with it, and then later on I'll give you a sneak peek of what I've designed for class because it's a lot of fun. Obviously because it's chickens, it's going to be hilarious. Then we'll do a little bit of butterfly stuff, and I thought, you know, we could, this is unfortunately not great for just doing simply stylish cards with. I mean, you can do, but it's just one big stamp. I don't like to do too much die cutting with that, so I'm going to do a different class with this. So I'm going to do something probably that is a tutorial led video kind of class, you know, get a tutorial with all lots of different kinds of stuff because I have been playing with butterflies. Yeah, no, sorry Sue, it's not butterflies, it's chickens. So you'll need to tell me if you want to come or not. So the class that we did on Saturday used the lovely Pretty Perennials, and this is the stamp set that is going to be the stamp set for this month's Simply Stylish. So this is how I roll, okay? I choose a bundle, and that bundle is for that whole month, okay? So I do my bundle class, which is the second Saturday of every month, and you have to book it 3 weeks in advance. So the bundle class for April, which is going to be Hey Birthday Chick, this one, that closes on Friday. Okay, so if you want to come along to this bundle class, it closes Friday. You need to get in. Then what happens is we have the Simply Stylish card class, and this is a card class for people who may not have a die cutting machine. So I do all the die cutting and embossing if necessary. and it's simply stylish stamping, basically. So we do lots of pretty cards that are easy to stamp with a lovely stamp set. All right, so that way, if you've paid to come to the Bundle Fun class, you can come to the Simply Stylish card class, get another 4 card designs, and you don't have to lay out for another stamp set, because whilst I am in the business of selling the products, I'm also in the business of making sure you get the best value for money out of what you've bought. Okay, so that's how I want it to be. Ah, cool, Sue, I'm glad, thank you. So Pretty Perennials is what we did on Saturday, and here's one of the cards that I made. This was like a different version of one of the cards that we made, okay, different to the instructions. And then I did another version. I did this one, all in black. It wasn't all in black when for the tutorial, but I think it looks nice all in black too. And we had 3 hours of fun just basically doing lots of cards. And then I made this one as well. This is a lovely one. It's a flip-flap card. So you open it up and it opens and it opens. So that was my additional one that I made to the one that's already in the tutorial. So and then there was a couple of others. So that was my tutorial Bundle Fun class that we did on Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. It was good fun. We had a lot of flower making, so much so that I do have some flowers left over, which I thought actually might work with some of the butterflies, so I thought I'd keep those for today, bring them back out again, because I like value add for the money that you buy, for the things that you buy, add value. But also what we did on Saturday was we did have my team meeting on Saturday. Now my team meetings, I try and give them something that they can immediately replicate and work out, and they can use if they want to in their businesses. So I made a whole bunch of chicken cards, really simple chicken cards, okay, even more simple than I would do for like a Simply Stylish. They were really simple ones. And then I decided I really liked those ones, so I'd make them in a different set of colours. So I made the exact same layouts but in different colours and different chickens and different designs, okay. And then I thought, oh, I really like those ones. What happens if you add some dies to it? So same layout but with the dies, okay. Nope, no, wrong one, that one, and then that one, okay. See how cute these chickens can be. Look, he's got a little bow tie, so cute, okay. And then I did exactly the same but with another set. So we have this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. So so I have done a lot of chickens already. None of these are the cards or the designs that we'll be making at class, okay, but some of these might have inputs into things that I do for a Simply Stylish. But I went for like dark colours, yellows and browns and greens and blues, because I was trying to work out earthy colours to do with chickens. I really love these little chicken fellas. Aren't they so cute? Look at them go. So cute. But this one uses a bit of foam on it. But they're all different, but they're all based on the same layout. So I just wanted to show you that, look, see here? The layout is exactly the same. Piece of paper, cardstock, stamping. Piece of paper, cardstock, stamping. Piece of paper, cardstock, die cutting and stamping. Piece of cardstock, layout, die cutting, foam, stamping. All exactly the same layout, but all different. And I just wanted to show you that you can do so much with a simple layout. So sometimes I send you out tutorials. If you're a customer of mine, or if you've asked to have special offers, you'll get a tutorial. So last week you got this tutorial, and look how different it is just by changing up the main focus point. So it could be those ones, very simple, no die cutting, or it could be these two, embossing, die cutting, whatever. So I just wanted to show you those. I'm probably not going to put them up as videos and stuff, but what I might do is I might do like a mega tutorial, so you'll get all of those as tutorials. Oh, look at that, thank you, loads of lovely hearts, that's great. Yeah, so I might do like a mega tutorial if you buy some chickens or something, I don't know. The thing is, you would need both bundles to make those sets, because I did swap out. You know, I did put in. So like on this one, I'm not explaining myself very well. I did put in stuff from both sets. So that's from Hey Chick and that's from Hey Birthday Chick. So you would need both bundles to create them exactly the way I made them. But you know, you can always do something. So anyway, I'm going to do something with that. So we had. That's why I got, you know, completely kind of like, oh, chickens or not chickens. I've already done a lot of chickens, but and then I did a lot of chickens yesterday as well. So we've just got chickens on the brain. Anyway, the reason why I started off thinking about chickens was because I bought these in a local store. So that's where we started. So I'm going to go with the other one, the Hey Chick one, I think. I think so, because I think these are great. And I kind of think that this silly face is a bit like these silly faces. And this guy is definitely this guy, right? So I think I'm going to take away Hey Chick. Oh, and then I need to talk to you about that as well. So let's no, need that. Take away those. So I thought about what if I wanted to give these as gifts? And I thought this was a whole row and that you gave the whole row to them. And then I noticed that actually it's all perforated. So you could actually like just rip a chicken off and do little individual chickens. I think that's a bit stingy really, just to give an individual chicken. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe we rip it off and we give an individual, but I thought I was going to like decorate the whole thing. Anyway, so we're going to decorate that. And then we're going to do some butterflies again as well. I've got my pens out for my butterflies. Haven't got my pens out for my chickens, apart from I've got my ivory, which is good for chickens. So let us start off with this one. And I'll tell you what's been in my brain for this one. It's a bit weird, but you know, as you do, because you like giving. I mean, if we were at school, well, actually the kids are at school, end of term Easter treats maybe for friends or teachers or whatever. We're going to need some basic white so that we can do some stamping. But I just thought he was adorable, and I kind of think he looks a bit like this one, in the sense he's got this big sort of bit up here, which is this bit up here, and we can give him a bow tie, which is fab. Although I think that's in the other set, but hey ho. I love the fact that they do mix and match, but sometimes it means you have to have both. Oh, what a shame. What a shame you have to have both. Whoops. Okay, so let's start doing this. One each. Oh, you would split them up, Sue, would you? You would just give them one each of those little chicks. Well, fair enough. I suppose you could do them one for each of the children. Or grandchildren or whatever. Okay, so there's our little chick, well, rooster in this case, a little cockerel, and I'm just cutting him out like that so that I can do a die cut for him in a minute. And then I need some paper. Now, as I said before, I used the World of Good paper because it has some lovely sort of muddy browns, like, you know, chickens, whatever. But on the other side, it has got some lovely gilded stuff. Not that one. Where's the one with some gilded stuff on it? That one's like really nice. Look at that. It's got some gorgeous blue. But there's one in here that I wanted. Where is it? There's this one. That's nice. And there is somewhere. There's one with like a map on it, which is really cool. Of course, can I find it now that I'm looking for it? Can I? Where is that one? I thought it was. Oh no, that's not gilded. Where is it? Come on. Ugh. I'm going to have to get them all out, aren't I? Here we go. Let's just get them out. Just get them all out, Pip. Get them all out. They'll be here somewhere. So there's the worlds. Then there's the map. Maybe I've used them all. Maybe I've used all of these ones. Oh, maybe I have. Well, that's annoying. That's annoying. There it is. Ah, see? So it's yellow on one side. It's gorgeous bumblebee, which goes with thingy. And then it's this map on the back, which is all kind of nice and shiny. I like that. Sue, I like your thinking. So for those of you who haven't seen Sue's message, or if you're watching this on replay, not sure which comment it was that made me laugh, she said she would go for one of each to each of the children, because then she'd have more money to spend on crafting. I like that attitude. I like it a lot. Yes. So, Sean's home today, so he's just about to put the kettle on and make me a cup of tea. So if you hear any funny noises going on, I have a cup of tea being made. Isn't that lovely? Right, let's get all these out of the way for a minute. Although I quite like that one. I think that one's quite nice for chickens too. And I have a nice thin long strip of this bronzy, goldy one here as well. Okay. So my plan was that, yes, it's a map, and I know, you know, people see it as a map, but it's also great to just have a nice sort of goldy sort of background on something. It's not too obvious, but we need to fold it over, and then I'm going to put a little hole in it, and you'll see what I mean, how we're going to go. So I'm going to measure it like this, which is not at all, actually I might just do it all the way. I might just, it's not quite all the way, is it? Let's see. It's probably about there-ish. So this is my non-technical way of working this out. It's about there, at the halfway point. So I get my trimmer, and I work out what halfway is on my trimmer. So that's about 11 and a half, about 11 and a half. So that makes that 23 centimetres. So we're going to open this up, get that out of the way. I'm going to go 23 centimetres this way. Okay. But I want the, yeah, I'm going to do it this way, 23 centimetres this way. Okay. And then I'm going to measure the side, but I can do that on my, do that easier on here. So that's about 9. So we'll go 9 this way. Okay. And although it's going to be upside down on one side, I don't think it actually matters, because it's just a chick thing, right? Chick flick thing. Okay. Then what we're going to do is take our, I think we want to take our 1 inch, because it's actually quite a big thing up here. So I'm just going to put a tiny little, oh, come on. I need to fold that a little bit tighter. You need to get it flat to go in your punch. Okay. That's better. So just want to take the edge off, nothing major, just the edge. Okay, so I'm just taking a little tiny little slither out from here. Like that. And that creates this hole here, which means that I can just slide that in there. Needs to be just a smidgy, oh no, it'll go in, there we go, like that. So what I want is, I want it so that it can be tied together at the top, and it will sort of hold, and then we can wrap some ribbon all the way around the side, like that. And thank you, just had a lovely cup of tea, isn't that nice? He's so good to me. Yeah, so that's how we're going to do that. So we're going to wrap some ribbon around it, and we're going to tie it as well. We're going to attach it here at the top, and then we're going to put a little chicken on it. Isn't he cute? So this is ivory. Crumb cake works as well nicely, and I'm popping this on light strokes, nothing major. Just round the bottom of his tummy. He's going to be a bit darker. Okay, under his wings here, a little bit darker under there. But then we do want his wing to actually be this colour too, so we'll just come down the top. That will automatically make it slightly lighter, because we did it just the once. Then I'm going to add a bit of pumpkin pie. Now this is the pale pumpkin pie, the lighter one. And give him a bit of an orange tummy. Just come alive. Add a little bit of colour to them. They don't have to be boring. some chickens are really colourful. Can I get in? Oh no, that's the wrong end. Some chickens are exceptionally colourful, so don't think that you have to have a boring chicken. He's going to have pumpkin pie feet, like that. He's going to have bright red crest. Okay, and he's going to have red tail feathers. Oh, wow, I bet that's very bright. Yes, I know. Very bright. Sean is a good egg. Yeah, he is. He really is. And then I'm going over it with the light pumpkin pie, because you know if we go over it, it starts to change as it blends together. See how much lighter that is now as it's blending with the pumpkin. There we go. And then we just go back in with the ivory and blend over the top again. Isn't that cool? Doesn't he look gorgeous? Now, if you don't have a die cutting machine, then you could just chop him out and stick him on the top with a layer, and he would be fab. Okay, so you don't have to have a die cutting machine. You could just cut him out, cut a piece of cardstock out to match, and there you have a chicken with a chicken. And when they open him up, they've got a chicken inside. How cool is that? Now, you have to obviously have something to hold that together. So we have this beautiful real red satin ribbon. So I'm going to put a tiny glue dot behind his head where the pricing is. Oh, actually, has it got the price on it? No, good. That means I can give it as a gift. Always check that you haven't left the price on something before you wrap it up. If you get a card made with it, that's what I say. Right, so we'll pop that on there, and then that will sort of hold him in place inside. We'll pop another one just at the top, in the middle, just to hold the two paper edges together. Okay, but then we're going to wrap this round the back, tie it in a good bow at the side. I don't think this has got a right, oh no, maybe it has got a right side and a wrong side. No, I don't think so. I think it's the same on both, to be honest. That's good. There we go. Sometimes you can tell, and sometimes there's definitely no difference between the two. Now, I always tie my bows like this, and it was only when a friend of mine, Jackie Bowhouse from the States, I watched one of her videos, because we're going to be doing some work together and stuff, so we were just comparing stuff. And she said, I always tie my bows upside down because they just sit so perfectly. And I thought, do you know what? I hadn't realised, but that's exactly what I do as well. And that's probably why I do it. Why is that not cutting? It's better. I always tie them upside down, and then when you turn it round, they look great. So obviously I'd been doing that without realising it, but she actually just said it, and I thought, oh yeah, so do I. So there we go. So that's our satin ribbon there. It's going to just sit at the side. We can sort of manoeuvre it around. Then we're going to put our chick on. Now we do have a die set that works with this, so we can put that down, and we can get out the die that coordinates. Now these dies have got so many elements to them, they're amazing. Look at all of those. So not only have we got the 3 chicken outlines, but we've also got that signpost, some eggs, a corn with corn and corn bits, you know, leaves and what are they called? Corn on the corn on the cobs. These are cobs. There we go. Little feet. We've got a piece of chicken wire. Oh no, you're losing signal, Alison. I hope it's you and not me. Is it me, guys? Tell me if I'm going funny. Sean shut the door. It might be because it's the door shut. And then thank you, Jane. And then there's a hen house, you know, and there's a little tree stump. Do a little, you could be, yeah, no. So there's loads of stuff. It's a massive die set. So we're going to get him, Oh, I'm fine. Okay, good. So I'm sorry, Alison, then, that I'm losing you. I think it must be at your end. That's not good. I hope I come back again soon. Line him up. Pop on a little bit of tape. Pop him in. Wind him through. No, I haven't got, I just have to get that at the right angle. There we go. There he goes. Oh, good. I'm fine. Oh, you think it's you? Yeah, sorry, Alison. That's rubbish. Hopefully it comes back soon. Nothing like having your Moody Monday interrupted. How rude. Don't they know we're crafting? Shocking. And there he is, our little rooster. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a little element behind him, because, you know, we're die cutting here anyway, so we could do a little square like that. Add a little square. Oh, you can't see that, I'm moving out of shot. And then pop him on top. Actually, I quite like that. That goes nicely with the cinnamon cider from the on the papers. There we go. And then probably needs a little happy Easter or something, doesn't it? Haven't got a happy Easter. So I've got have a happy day though, so that's good. So we've got a little have a happy day. Hey chick, you're a good egg, have a happy day. Actually, I might do hey chick. Let's do hey chick. So although the stamp set is slightly smaller than normal, this one, the die is more than make up for it in terms of the sizing and how many elements you get. I'm just going to pull my go-to classic label punch. Oh, I really hope this stays in the new catalogue. I love it so much. We're going to use Memento ink again, just so it matches with the bird, really. So what do you think? Do you give chicken, do you give Easter cards and Easter things? I know my Hey Chick class is going to be a little bit late for Easter, but it's all going to be focused really on birthdays and just general cards, so you don't have to have them for Easter because it's called Hey Birthday Chick. So, you know, there's a giveaway in the title that birthdays are kind of okay. So we'll do that and put that there like that. And now it's just a question of attaching. Now, because this is curved, you're never going to attach it on here. You have to attach it in the middle. So for once, we're going to have no soggy middles, but we could have soggy outsides. But that is just the way it is, unless you want to start trying to curve stuff. And to be honest, I don't think that's a sensible idea. So I'm going straight up the middle and one on either side, just here, to give it a bit of balance where that ribbon is. Oh, I'm coming down too low because you can't see me. Right, okay. Here we go. Pop him there, like so. So that gives it good central. He's not flopping around because you've got those two that came out. It holds the ribbon in place, and now you can add him on top. And again, because you're not going to put this in the post unless you put it in a box anyway, you can leave his feet sort of dangly a bit, but still make sure he's not going to get squished if somebody picks him up. So we'll layer, like so, and then finish off. Now where should we put that? Probably, I think we should put sort of Hey Chick up there, I think, probably. Oh, we could go straight across his tummy. Actually, it looks quite good straight across his tummy, which means we'll just do the central pieces, but make sure it's nice and solid across that tummy portion. Sheila's just posted that you give and send Easter card and eggs for the children and the grandchildren and hubby. Absolutely. I'm all for Easter eggs. Nothing wrong with an Easter egg. That's my motto. There we go. There we go. Last year I made 100 cards for the church for Easter, but I haven't had a chance to do that this year. So across his tail, Lynn, hello my lovely, how are you? Yes, I think across his tummy is good. Oh, it's so lovely to see you. I hope you're feeling better, honey. Hi Louisa. So there we go, that's our first little chick gift for Easter with the Hey Chick bundle. Isn't he cute? So cute. Okay, then we have these little ones. don't apologise for being late, Louisa. You can come whenever you feel like it. Now these ones, Sue's decided that we have to chop it up. So we just pull them apart like that. Look, then we've got little single ones. Aren't they cute? It even says 2, so you could write the name on that. It does have a little hole there, so you can hang them on your trees, you know, if you're doing an Easter egg hunt in the garden or whatever. But again, I think that you could just wrap a little bit of ribbon around that, to be honest. But you could also do some, you know, same sort of thing, or you could make a box. So either you could just do that, or you could actually put him in a box. I thought I'd put him in a box. What do you think? Because I want to show you how easy it is to make a box. I need my ruler, and I'm going to need a paper and a pencil. And I'm going to use our grid paper because I want to show you how simple it is. Not that one. That's got squiggles on it already. I want to do it in... I don't want to do it in inches. I want to do it in metric. There we go. Let's get this out. So I'm sorry this is going to make your eyes go a bit funny because it's grid paper, but I'll show you how I make my boxes because they're so simple and so easy. Better not lose that die, had I? Let's put that back in there because otherwise, you know, box, make a box. Yeah, everyone loves a box. We all love a box. And again, you can make these really easily. But what you need is something to put in the box. It's much easier to start when you have something already that you're going to put in a box. Now, I need to get my butterflies out of the way and move this up. Up. Okay, you can see this edge here now. This is the one we're going to work with. So the first thing we need to do is we need to work out how tall he is and how wide he is and how deep he is. Okay, so the good thing is we can just measure him. So he is about 7.5. Okay, and then he is, so I'm going to just write that down over here. So 7.5 height, and then he's just over 2 inches, 2 centimeters. So I'm going to go 2.5 deep, and then width should be the same. Yeah, 2.5. Sometimes it's different, but it is actually the same. So no, that's not what I was after, was it? This way, width, this way, Pip. That is 4.5. 4.5 width. Okay, so if I'm making a box, I know that I need to have a base to fold up that's 2.5. So I need to sit him on the 2.5 centimeter line to start off with. Okay, then I need to have 2.5 centimeters, not inches, centimeters, 2.5 centimeters in, right, for his width to come up. So 2.5, then 4.5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.5 width. Looks a little tight to me. Let me just measure his width. I'm going to measure his width again. So I think this way he's a little bit, yeah, sneaky. See, this bit comes over. He's wider on one side at the top than he is at the bottom. So I'm going to make that 5 centimeters. Which actually makes it easier. Okay, because I need 2.5 to give him a side. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I do this. So 2.5 to give him a side. I need 2.5 to give him a bottom. Okay. Then I need 5 centimeters. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters here. That gives him a back. Then I need to give him another side. So that's another 2.5. So 1, 2.5. That takes me to here. So I'm not even worrying about the numbers. I'm just worrying about what I'm counting. So we've got a side, a back, a side. Now we need a front. We knew that that's another 5. So that'll take me to 15. That's there. And then we're going to need another bit to just tuck and glue into this piece here. So you can either do another 2.5, or you could just make it like 2 centimeters or something, so it just folds in but doesn't add too much bulk. Okay, and then we know this is the bottom, 2.5, and then we know his height is 7.5. So we've got to go up 7.5. So there's our half. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's there. And that's where people go, oh right, that's the top then. No, because then you need to do a lid. So that's another 2.5. 1, 2.5, which takes us nicely to our centre point line on this piece of grid paper. Okay, so that is now the measurements that will fit him in a box, like so. Okay, so he'll sit in the middle there, he'll get wrapped up, that's the side, wrapped up again, connected, and then those bits will all fold down. Okay, so that's now what we need to replicate on a piece of cardstock. So I have a nice piece of real red cardstock, because it's you know, Easter and all that, so it should be nice and bright, and we'll do a yellow chicken or something, so that'd be good. Sheila says you got the matchbox but you can't put it together. Oh, I'm going to show you how to, I can show you how to do that, Sheila. I'll get one out of the cupboard, hold on. Right, so for this it needs to be 17 centimetres long by 12.5 up. So yeah, 12.5. So actually I'm going to do the 12.5 this way. Okay. Because I know that my cardstock is always 21 this way. Thanks, Lynn, that's okay. So then I need 17 across, so I've got plenty to play with here. So there's 17. And then we'll do that. Okay. And then I follow the measurements on here. So I know, so this is now this piece of cardstock, which fits perfectly on there. Lovely. So I know I need to score these bits, because these are the bits that are going to fold over. So I need to fold 2.5 at each end, and I use this side for small measurements. So 2.5. Make sure you get your cutting blade out the way. 2.5. Flip it round. 2.5. That's your top and your bottom. And now you're going to just do these ones, and you're going to follow your picture on here. So you've got 2.5. So I could flip it around, but I'm just going to follow it here. So 2.5 this way, because it's easier for you guys if I just do it straight. 2.5. Then we go to 7.5. Then we go to 10. And then she hopes it works, right? And then we go to 15. Okay. And then we have the money shot. Then we have to work out whether it actually comes together. Fingers crossed this works. Maths on the fly. Honestly, create as I go, fair enough. Maths on the fly, not so much sometimes. Okay, so we're just cutting up. Just to start off with, just cut up each of these, because these will be the things that make it fold and flip over. These are going to need to be our tops and our bottoms, and we'll worry about chopping off extra bits in a minute. But if this works, we should have our box. So we've got those cut. Now it's a question of fold, 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 fold. And this means that you can make a box for anything of any shape. You just have to have it before you make it, if you see what I mean, so that you can pop it down on your paper. That's why I love the grid paper so much. So if you don't have any grid paper, get some, because it's the best thing for designing boxes or envelopes or anything like that on. And sometimes you want to send a little treat with your card, you know, even if you're a card maker, sometimes you want to send a little treat. And then we're going to roll this up. We're going to check our little egg fits inside. Oh, look at that. We're going to roll him all up, roll him all up, roll him all up, and then this is the bit that's going to fit inside, because this is this shorter piece. Roll him all up, roll him up. Now you can see that there's an awful lot of cardstock. There he is, he's all encased. Lovely little box, right? But there's a lot of cardstock, lots of bits and flaps and blah blah blah, and really the only thing you really need to stick together is probably 2 flaps and a top and a bottom. You don't need this extra bit here. So I will chop this extra bit off, and I always chop it off at a little bit of an angle. Chop it off top and bottom. Okay, and then on this edge, just trim this one down just a smidgy. Sometimes it can just overhang a smidge, so just chop it off. And the reason why it can overhang is because you're folding card, and when you fold your card, you automatically, and then maybe just trim these in here a little bit just to be tidy. You just want to get rid of any bulk, basically, because when you fold the card, you push the paper fibres outwards, and therefore you make them thicker. So if you trim off a few bits, you can kind of see where it is. It's just the bits where it's scored, and then they sort of catch together. Just want to make sure that they don't catch too badly together, or where you've cut them wrong and it's not quite straight. Doesn't matter, it's all going to be hidden. Okay, so then the next thing you do is you go about folding it up, and I would connect it all together before I put the top in. So connect the sides first. Now if you wanted to decorate it, you might want to do that at this point, but I'm going to just put it together first and show you, and then we'll worry about the decoration later. So bit of glue, slide your top piece over, this is your side, and hold that for a second. And with this glue, that's all it takes, and it's now attached. Pop these two over, and I would just put a little dab, just a little dab of glue, bit on there, bit on there. Decide which one's your front. Normally I do the join at the back, so I need to put this one down first, and then glue on this, and that's then going to face the back the same as that one did. And you know, most of the things I make, I can use my glue to really get it to stick down inside, because I can't put my finger all the way in there, but the glue fits. On most boxes our glue fits nicely in. Then we'll pop our little chicken, so it's a nice hidden surprise. Close our tabs up. Now this one you might just want to put some glue on this one so it's easier for them to open, because obviously this is, you're going to want them to get to their treat. So maybe just a little bit of glue on there, and fold that one in. Now we have a little egg, a little Easter chicken in a little box. How easy was that? You like? Now I've got some of this lovely yellow bumblebee paper, which is this is all from World of Good, by the way, and I reckon that'll fit nicely around there. And this time I'm not even going to bother to measure. I'm going to squeeze the sides of the box to give me my measurements, like so, for my edges, and then trim off about there-ish. So you don't have to measure everything, you just have to know roughly where you're going. Okay. And then we will pop this down here, and now you can burnish these if you wish, or not. Might just do them a little bit, make sure they're okay. There we go. And then we'll stick this onto our box. Of course now I don't know which way up it is, I think that's the bottom, I can kind of feel. So then that will go over there, and then we can attach this. Put a dot in the middle, I would, just to make sure it attaches at the front. A bit on this edge. Okay, make sure it's straight, that you wear it where you want it to be. You do have a little bit of wiggle room and wiggle time. And then as it comes over, glue this down here. You've all gone very quiet on me. Either you're stunned into silence, or you're watching and just, you know, working out what you want to make into a box. Or you're eating, of course, that's the other option. Now, there is that. I'm going to decorate it I was going to put some of these flowers on, but I think they might be a bit of the wrong colour actually, so we won't be doing that. I will get another chicken. I think it has to be this one, don't you? So, because that will fit just perfectly on there. And it's me, isn't it, really? Me with my hair when I get it coloured. Oh, it's not, it can't be long now, surely. It's not. I've got my hair appointment booked. I've got my COVID vaccine jab booked, yay! So that's happening this week, so very exciting. And then I'm going to have my hair cut at the end of it. Watching and enjoying, okay, that's all right then. And watching, says Julie, that's good. And then I'm going to have my COVID haircut and coloured when I can have a proper natter with my hairdresser. I cannot wait, on the 21st of April. So I thought I'd just let the rush go first with everybody who just wants to have a quick cut and everything, because it takes 5 hours to do my hair properly. So I don't want to take up her time when there's other people she could be seeing. I want to have a nice, relaxed, good chat along session with my hairdresser, because I haven't seen her for ages. And she's my friend, really, because we've known each other about 18 years now. No one else touches my hair. Well, apart from Sean, who's giving a little bit of a trim later on today. Case of having to in this day and age. Right, so let us... I think we're going to go with the pumpkin for his legs and his feet again. I liked that. That's nice, bright legs and feet. And you could use pencils. You don't have to use blends if you wanted to. If you preferred to use watercolour pencils or any other kind of colouring mechanism, you can do that. There we go. In fact, I might get out my watercolour pencils for my butterflies in a sec. That might be nice. I'm just going to put... you can see I'm not making any kind of effort to be sensible with this. Just laying a little bit of colour down. Put some darker around here. Around the base here. I don't know why I've got my arms behind my back, but it seems like I have. A little bit darker behind here. Okay. Back over. Get yourself a nice... Make sure you go back over the legs where they join. There we go. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Oh, coming along well. And because we did the middle of the chest last, that becomes the lightest. Then we're going to add some... Actually, do you want dark, or I think I want dark. I'll have some dark yellow. This is Daffodil Delight, in case you're interested. Dark Daffodil Delight going in here. I'll do. And then some dark coming in with the light up here. I love these. They're just so cool, this hair. It's brilliant. Then we'll add some light pumpkin. Like so. A bit of light pumpkin. And I'm leaving some of these. There we go. Because then I'm going to go in with red. A bit of red. Got to match the box, right? So we'll have some nice big bits of red coming in here, a bit under here. This one down here. Like so. Oh, maybe even... I might even change that one. I'll add a bit of red to that one. There we go. Good thing is with this, because they're blends, you can come just go in and add colour where you fancy and make this one red in here, and some maybe some red tips, and then just I'll whip back in with our yellows. Merge it all together. Always good to do a bit of merging. This is definitely too light, it needs to be darker. There we go. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. What's that one? That one must be that colour. That one must be that colour. There we go. Got to get all your colours right so it matches together. Okay, there we go. Right, so that's our little, oh, I've left a bit open. Oh, no, come back here. There you go. It needs a bit of a colour in there. Ah, hi Bev, nice to see you. Don't worry, it's, as you say, it's all on catch-up, so that's the great thing. It's almost like having your own TV, isn't it? Catch-up TV with Pip. Okay, pop this one on. Let's run this one through. And then, even though this is, I've done this specifically, we don't have a Bumblebee ink blend, but I've done this in the daffodil because it's quite close, but it's actually lighter, and I wanted it to be slightly lighter so it would stand out a bit more. So we'll just knocking my head against the thingy, so make sure he's lined up correctly. Yep, not looking bad, looking all right. Tape him. And I just use our washi tape, if anyone's wondering. We used to have, do we still have washi tape? I don't know. Maybe we don't have any anymore. We used to do loads of washi tape, so I've got stacks and stacks and rolls of Stampin' Up! Washi tape. It's one of those things I haven't bought in ages because I've got stacks of it, so I don't actually know if we still have them. I must check. There we go. So there he is, proudly showing off his coloured hair, as we do. And then we'll add him with some dimensionals. Now, because he's got small feet, I think we need like half of one of his dimensionals to go on there. Yeah, so we'll get one, we'll chop it in half. And I know it looks a bit fiddly, but it's great because then it's the perfect size. Perfect size to go on there. One on there. And it means his feet aren't going to be dangling, because it's the dangly bits that can get caught or catch and bend, and then you're just ruining your project. And then you're just like, I just spent all that time doing that box and now his foot's all bent and creased and it looks ridiculously rubbish. So we won't do that. We'll take the time, we'll chop up a dimensional and make sure he's covered. There we go. Now, whether you would do this en masse for 200 kids, maybe not, but would you do it for your husband or your friend or somebody that you really liked? Yeah, of course you would. I can't actually remember which way up he is now. He's this way, I can feel him. Okay. And then we'll pop that on there. And you could go ahead and you could put another sentiment on that if you wanted to as well. So there we go, there's my two little Hey Chick treats, really, Easter treats. Big chocolate chicken in there, yummy. Little chocolate chicken there, still yummy. So I hope you like them, and how to do a box, which is always handy, because I know some people struggle with dimensions and cutting and numbers and how do I work it out, but using the method of the grid paper I think is a really nice easy one. And if you want, you can purchase the grid paper online with me because it's available in the shop, which is really good. You get lots of different types. I wouldn't go for the very colourful one if you're trying to design boxes because it's quite hard to see, but for anything else you'll be fine. So I'm going to get rid of all the chicken stuff now. Oops, and the papers and stuff. Move. Right, bear with me while I'm just going to move this off my desk so I don't have so much stuff here. And get rid of the birthday chick dies. Get rid of all of this. And then I'm going to get the butterfly stuff out, which I know you're all waiting to do more butterflies. Oh dear. And why wouldn't you, quite frankly, because they're gorgeous. So we did this one, we did these last week, but I want to show you a couple of other things which I have heard this week and I just want to check. Oh, is it? Is it? No, he's alright, I got him out. No, I'm alright, Jane, thank you. I'll double count later, but luckily it all goes in one place, so that's okay. We're alright. Okay. So So that's those. Thank you, Sue. This was last week when we just played, but we only played with this die cut because this hadn't arrived. So now we need to play with this, okay? But so I'm going to move those away as well. There we go. This is a large die. Now, there was two things that somebody said to me in the week, and one of them was, how do you stick the stickers on the back if you don't want it to be permanent? And the answer is, you just stick them on the back. They're not permanent. I would take these bits out, but I have had a good tip from my friend Kylie in Australia, that if you put those on randomly on a block, they look like giraffe fur or some kind of animal print, and I thought that's a genius idea. So I'm not going to get rid of my little bits that sometimes I do get rid of. So when you get your stamp, just wondering if I have a smaller one that I can show you, because it might be easier on a smaller one than this one to show you straight off. Let us have a look at this. Let's get my succulents out, because I don't think I've done all of those. No, I have. No, I've been so efficient, Diane. I'm sorry. Hang on, let me find another stamp set, because it's easier to see with not such a big one. This one? Yes. Okay, here's another new stamp set. So we'll do that one in a second, but Diane asked me in the week, if I want to use the stamps over and over and over again, do I put the stickers on the back? Because they seem very sticky. And I said, yes, you do. I like this stamp set because it's got a fabulous one just for me here. So what you do is you find the side that's got them all with the bit that's coming, you know, the layers that can come up. Okay, and then you find the one that you want, which is here. I'm sure they made this one just for me. It was very nice of them. You take this piece off, and then I do mine upside down. It just seems to go on better for me. You pop these on, and then you pull it off, and then you have this fabulous little stamp that says, haha, Craft Queen. Yay, that's me. Now, the thing is, these are very sticky, so I think what Diane was getting at was the fact that when she put it on the block, it seemed to be almost a permanent fixture because she couldn't pull it off easily. And she was thinking that, oh no, it's absolutely stuck and I can't get it off. So a tip I gave her was that you might want to put a little bit of washi tape before you stick it down in between the two. Now I've got nails, so I don't need that. They do come off and they get better over time, but you have to get your nail underneath a part of the sticky, or you put something in to cover it up so it's not quite so sticky, or you cut that bit of sticky off before you actually put it all down, but that's a bit messy. So I just say, if you don't want it to be as sticky, stick it on your jumper before you put it on, and then it comes off easier because you're just basically getting it full of dirt and dust and whatever, and as you get it more dirty, the easier it will become to come off. When you want to, when the sticky runs out, which so far none of mine have, but when it does, you just rinse it under some water, warm water, get all that fluffy stuff off. A little bit of I've used a little bit of fairy liquid before now, just get the fluffy stuff off, and it becomes perfectly sticky again. But this does not make them permanent just by putting the sticker on the back. Okay, so hopefully that's answered one of our questions, which is good. Now I just got to remember what the other question was, so bear with while I just go and remember that in my head. Meanwhile, I'm going to put my butterflies on so you can see me do it on a big one. Yours has lost its stick. In that case, just wash it under the tap, warm water, a bit of fairy liquid, and it'll come back as new. So I'm just going to, now she'd sent me an email, so I just want to go and just double check her email, because I said, oh, that's a really good question, I will answer that question on Monday. So let me have a look and see what that question was, because it was a good one. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Okay. Do I put the labels on? I'm going to make it permanent to a block. No. So that's it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yes, putty. So the other question she had was about her putty. So you only need to screw it down on your take your pick tool as far as it will go. Okay. So let me see. Let me find you a new one. So I have a new one of these somewhere. Here we go. So when you first get your putty, it looks like this. And as it's getting towards the end of its life, it's going to look like this. And the reason being, you put it in and you just screw it down a little bit. Okay, come on. Oh, isn't it? Why is it not going in? It's going in. Come on, catch. Oh, this one's not screwing in. How weird. It looks like it should screw in the other way. No. Oh, I got a busty one. Hold on. I've got another one. Let me try this one. There we go. That one's working. Oh, I must talk to mine. I must speak to Demo Sport about that. Right. So when you get it new, it looks more like this. You only screw it up enough for it to start to come out, which is probably not very much, just a little bit, and you'll start to see it come out of here, she says. There it comes. And you need to give it a bit of time because it sort of pushes and expands just a little bit tighter. Oh, here it comes. Just a smidge. If you push too much, you get loads out. But see, like now you've just got this little bit poking out the top here, and that's it. That's all you need. Don't screw it anymore. That's what you use to pick things up with. Pop your lid on. Leave it like that. Leave it with all this bit here. As this gets dry, you're going to pull it off and you're going to wind it. So here's my dry one. Actually, it's not that bad, but you can I can undo that. Take that one off. Put that one away. I need to put my lid back on this one, otherwise it'll go manky. So as you see, this one's wound right the way down now because it's been pushing up from underneath. So I've only got this little bit left of putty. So you just take that bit off, wind it again, and another little bit appears. That's how you use your take your pick putty. So I think you've untwisted all of it because she said it looked like toothpaste. So you've probably twisted it too hard or too many times, but you should have a spare, so that's okay. Right, now for this one, this is huge. Okay. Massive, and it's all one sheet because this is all one stamp. If you want them individually, the stamp set's not that expensive. I'd buy another one and cut it up. That's just my view. Because you can cut this one up if you want to, but then you've got to be sensible about all the bits so that you can get it back together, so that you can die cut it, because it die cuts out in one fell swoop. So here, sort of here-ish, sort of here-ish, here-ish, here-ish. Ooh, I'm going off a bit. No, I've gone off a bit. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. There we go. Nice. Turn it over. Give it a good rub. Peel it off. There we go. Okay. Take these bits out because you don't need these. And there's our big stamp set. Now you can get a block that fits that. Okay. But I would use my Stamparatus because it's designed for big things like this. So I would grab my Stamparatus. Oh, see, same as my Many Mates is still up on my Stamparatus. What else have I got on here? Oh, that's one of my Happy Thoughts. Okay, so I was lucky enough in the old days to get some extra plates. They don't do extra plates anymore because not enough people wanted them. So I have an extra float, but you would just, you know, flip it off for whichever one you were going to use. Now, this is a rubber stamp, so you don't need to have your foam pad. I'm just going to put that down there. Pop that over there. Ooh, pinky. Grab that. There we go. Now we can stamp our lovely stamp. Now we're going to need a big bit of cardstock for this, because it's going to stamp the whole piece. So we'll pop that in there. Put my magnet down. Boy, they are heavy. I'm going to use my blends again just because I've got them out, but you could colour this in any colour, obviously. You don't have to have it as black. Okay, I'm just doing this because we are kind of going over all time quite a lot, but I have answered questions, so that's good. Right, and we made a box. So there we go. So this comes over here and stamp it down. You've got to be careful. I'm going to stand up. It's easier if I stand up for this one, because you do need to have some sensible pressure. Not masses of pressure, but just, I'm not actually pressing as hard as it looks. I'm just trying to get it even. And I'm sorry, I'm making you joggle. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got it, because it's really detailed. I just want to make sure I get it nice and even. There we go. Now it's not very dark, so I'm going to go back again. Put some more ink on. And because it's my Stamparatus, that will go back down perfectly, she says, and line up again. There we go. And then when we lift that up, oh, that's better, a little bit darker. Again, if you've missed anything, like the edge of this swallowtail, go that down here, make that one just as dark as the other. There we go. Okay, so that's why I love my Stamparatus. For big stamps, it just works. Just works so great. Okay, so we'll take that off, take that out, pop that down, get rid of my lovely Crafting Queen stamp set. Must do some more with that. I mean, literally today was the first time I opened that. So as you see, we're just doing some more stuff. Now I have here, not really the right colours, I have to say, but we'll give it a go. Because I'm going to do something separate. So let's just do it with these. So, I mean, you could spend hours, couldn't you, just doing these gorgeous butterflies. I'm just going to put some, this is dark shaded spruce. Put that in there. Match it over here. I'll have to get Sean's butterfly book out, because I bet he could name all of these different varieties, and they've probably all got specific colours that you're supposed to do them, so I might do that. See, this is like that peacock eye. I know that's supposed to be, I think that's supposed to be red, so that they don't get eaten or something. Something like that. But we're going to go with what we've got. So these are the colours I have out. Oh yeah, that looks quite nice. Do that as a bright red piece. I like this. Do this as a reddish down here. And then I'll just tip all of this. So as you can see, you can go round and you can basically colour each of these butterflies as you wish. That's quite pretty. Might add some lighter tones. Yeah, it's not much lighter. It might lighten up when it dries. Let's see how it lightens. If not, I'm going to go over with a different colour, which in itself will lighten it and give it a different colour. Oh, a bit of colouring. And I would go over the black as well, so that you've got the green all the way through. And for once, I'm not actually about blending for these ones. I think that needs to be brightened. So we're going to go back in with a bit of yellow. And just laying down a bit of that yellow will change that colour. It might not be obvious straight away. And I'm not scrubbing it. Sounds like I'm sounds dreadful. I'm actually sort of doing it as more of a circular scrubby motion. It's just big circles, not little ones. But it's just enough to give that some colour tone. There we go. And then we'll go bright yellow for these bits. Bright yellow up here. This is definitely not the right colours for whatever this butterfly is. I think it's a peacock, this one, or it could be a red admiral, I don't know. I think it's peacock because of the eyes. There we go. Put this down here. Oh, you're all being really quiet, just watching me colouring. I'm like, are you still there? Tell me you're still there. Right, okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the lighter green for his body. Okay. This little guy over here. Oh, I've got some thumbs. That's good. You're there. So this guy, I'm just popping in a little bit of ivory, because lots of butterflies are not actually that colourful. They are actually quite dowdy. But then we can make him really pop with some little orange. Oh, it's peaceful. Okay, good. Okay, as long as I'm cheering up your Moody Monday, I don't care, as long as you're there and still enjoying it. That's good. So often it's like, what's the point? So there we go. Okay. Sean would say I do that quite a lot myself anyway. So let's just do those. Now I am going to need my large cut and emboss, so bear with. And I'm not necessarily going to make a card with these today. I just wanted to show you how they go. And then I've got a little trick that I think works, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try it. You're watching and listening and making more Easter cards. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so now this is going to use the big die that we used last week for the paper. But this time we're going to use this big die, and it's going to cut out all of those butterflies. So last time I lined it all up like so. There we go, that's looking pretty good. And then I'll just stick that with a bit of tape. Whoops, no, not pull it off at the same time, put it on it. That's not clever. There we go. Add some tape. Okay. So Alison, when I said, see, these aren't in the catalogue, but there's loads of other nice things, these are the butterflies I was talking about. We're going to run that through our cut and emboss. They are just divine. And you can make so many cards with them. There it goes. And there they all are. Pop it out. And obviously you can colour all of these ones separately. I just was showing you on the large, as it were. Right, so that's that. Put that back. Let's take all these off. And then I'll get rid of this. Oh, she's a lovely machine, but she weighs a little bit more than the mini does. Right, so here we go. So if you wanted to make a black and white card, then you've got all your butterflies already. Obviously I haven't stuck mine down particularly well because I've got shifting. That's my fault. Or if you wanted to make a coloured card, you can colour them all in and do whatever you like with them. I do like also these extra bits that you get. So these are all the extra dies, the cut out ones here. Oh, I didn't empty that from last week. Dreadful pick. Get a grip. Look at that. I didn't empty that. Rubbish. So I wanted to show you that, and I want to show you a little tip which I've heard, but as I say, I haven't tried, But that's for those people out there who are thinking, I love butterflies, but I don't have a die cutting machine. That's okay, because apparently our punch fits some of the papers. So we're going to try that and see. I don't think it will fit any of the stamped images. That's the thing, because it's the wrong sort of shape. It's this shape, but it's smaller. So we'll have to see. Right, so that one goes back in there. So you get all these detailed dies. Then you get this big die, but I'm really interested in this one as well. This is like an embosser. So at least I think it's an embosser. Maybe it's a cutter. Oh, I'm going to have to try that now, because that feels like it cuts rather than embosses. I thought it was the other way around. Right, that fits back on there. So you see it's a massive set. It's huge. I just want to try this bit here and see, because I thought that this did one thing, but it looks like it does something else. Have the gnomes gone for good? Yes, the gnomes have gone for good, unfortunately. They're retired, Alison. Yeah. And that's the problem when the last chance lists come out. Things just go, and they went really quickly. I might still have mine for sale. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. Oh, there we go. Oh, it does. It cuts. Look at that. So you can get little bricks. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So you can make your own little brick walls in whatever colours you want. That's nice. I like that. So you can get lots of them. Put them all together. Or you can use the cutout like this on top of a coloured piece. And you get your brickwork effect through like that. Or you use it as a stencil. Oh, there's so many things you can use it as. So many things you can use that as. So that's cool. Butterflies on a brick wall are always a good little, you know, piece of action, if that's the word I'm looking for. So anyway, I just wanted to test that piece out. So you get that as well. You get the other bit. This bit definitely is an embossing. It just cuts, but it doesn't cut the whole piece out. Just cuts lines in your cardstock. So that's a nice nifty little piece. Lots of little texture-y pieces, you know, going on. So let's try. So the other thing I heard was, these were the ones I cut out last week, and remember I did some die cutting and some those ones. So this is the paper that's only lasting till the end of April, or while stocks last. So it's only available until it's available, and then it's gone. But I've heard, I don't know how sure it is, but I've heard that you can punch out some of these butterflies. It's not quite, but it's not bad. You could punch out some of the little butterflies in the paper. Those ones are too small for this. They're not going to fit that. But I did wonder if there's another piece somewhere. Won't fit those, too small. I think it must have been that one, because it's not going to fit these ones. And it's not going to fit those ones. So yeah, it's not going to fit that one. Again, you could just about get something out of it. This one's too big, but definitely on this one you can get the little tiny which ones could you get? It's like this shape one. You can punch out from here, the little ones, but just the little ones. But hey, that's not bad if you like the papers and you want to, you know, punch out some little butterflies. Why not? And of course you can always punch them out on this side and then, you know, have a watercolour butterfly like that. How cool does that look? That looks yummy. So yeah, good to know. So it won't actually take, as far as I can see, any of the big butterflies from here because it's the wrong shape. So I wanted to check it for myself because I had been hearing rumours, but yeah, no, it's not going to take. I mean, you could make one out of that, but you'd lose half the wings. I can't see how you would get these ones out of it because again, it's too big. You'd lose half the wings, but you could just about chop it out. It's, you know, you can play. But at least if you wanted to do something with butterflies, you didn't have a die cutting machine, you could do some simple stamping and, you know, punch out from the papers, because the papers are lovely no matter what, you know. So I really like this one. I really like that side. But this, I've coloured this completely the wrong colours to go with that. Which is a shame, but there you go. That's just what I had in my hand when I started doing this today. It wouldn't be too bad on that side though. That would kind of work, wouldn't it? Yeah. So there you go. So I wanted to show you the stamps because the stamps have now arrived in the house. I will be doing some more cards with these. Obviously these papers will only be around a little bit longer. So we won't be able to use them for the class in May. And we'll be doing other things in May anyway. So if you want to grab them, my recommendation is grab them. And then anyone who does buy them, when I get my tutorial sorted out for them, I'll send it to you. Because if you've bought them, you can have the tutorial. So that's my sort of parting shot on the butterfly thing. Okay, so yeah, the little ones, they kind of fit. They would be okay in the punch. And then that would be the other punch piece that you could do, and then all of these are obviously die cuts using the dies. Okay, so, and then the papers, obviously you can make up things like this that we did last week. But for now we have our chickens and our little chicken box. Now there's been some more changes afoot. Again, it's all due down to availability of products, delays through customs, delays in the rest of the world. So I was going to do one thing for my retreat and do a very specific kind of use a very specific set of products. They are currently not even arrived at Utah, so they're not going to get here in time for the retreat to go ahead as planned. So if you have already booked for my retreat and I said you're going to get back-to-back blooms, you're not going to get back-to-back blooms. You're going to get Kangaroo and Company instead. Okay? So we're going to go with Kangaroo and Company, which means we're going to do slightly different cards to what I had planned, but we'll still be using water and ink. So we're still doing lots of inking techniques, and we'll be doing possibly some moving, sliding, popping, shaping, folding, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm like. But this one I can get hold of. It doesn't seem to be on back order or any kind of problems with it. It's not low inventory or anything like that, and I need to order it in 2 weeks time. So if you want to come to my retreat, if you're already on my retreat list and you think, oh actually I don't want to do that, Pip, I'm really sorry but I need to cancel, then you need to let me know as soon as possible and I will give you a full refund. If on the other hand you think, oh, I'd love to spend 2 days playing with kangaroos and lots of different crafting, then you can book onto my retreat. It's £229 and you'll receive at least £120 worth of kit in your craft box. Okay, you'll get a retreat box. We do prizes, surprises, 4 classes. I always overachieve, so probably 6 classes worth of stuff. We do live Zooms over the weekend, and then you have time to craft on your own as well. They're always fun, and it's all by Zoom now, so you can just come and jump on whenever you want, and all the videos on the tutorials are recorded for you, so you can come back and watch them at any time. You'll get full PDFs for every class that I do, and we have a lot of fun. So that's $229 if you book before the end of this month, and I will put the orders in on the 1st of April, and then fingers crossed they'll all be here. I'll pack them, ship them back out to you and get them back to you for the 1st and 2nd of May, which I know is a bank holiday weekend, but I figured it was a good weekend to do it without messing up any of the other classes, and it was a nice sort of springy halfway between winter and summer, which is when I normally do my spring. Normally it's the last weekend of April, first weekend of May, and I do 1 or 2 weekends. This time I'm doing 1 weekend all online because we didn't know what the heck was going on. So it is limited numbers. I don't take a lot of people on my retreats. I don't believe in packing people in, whether that's in person or online. So if you want to come along to that, then let me know. And we'll be playing with kangaroos. Yay! And all the other stuff. I mean, look at all this. Flowers and hearts and parcels and letters and so many different things, hats, butterflies, so many different things in here. So yeah, so let me know if you want to come along to that. I'll pop the link in here as well. And if you want to come to the bundle fun class, then last chance bookings are this Friday. Okay, I think that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed it today, and enjoyed some packaging ideas for chickens. And I will see you again next week. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. It's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Cheers. Bye.